Okay, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we start, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, GMS, who were well and will tell us this truth. Peace and salutations be unto you, fellow Akim, your brothers that are also pushing out this word in true faith and in sincerity. All right, and Lord's willing, it's gonna be a quick video. We're just gonna be talking on what's been going on lately concerning not so much of the coronavirus, but the effects of it. Talking about specifically quarantine, all right, or self-quarantine, or specific parts of a city or in the outside countryside are being quarantined. Specifically, as of right now, and as of this recording, in this upstate New York, all right, you have quarantines. People not desiring, people not being able to leave or enter into cities. Okay, soon enough, that's going to be on a widespread. It's going to be nationwide. Okay. And the scriptures even speak about that in 2nd Esdras, all right?
Come.
Because in that book, all right, it talks about a man desiring to go into a city and shall not be able. So what's it talking about? It's talking about being quarantined, you know? And what? That being made a federal law, all right, because of this virus. And guess what? This is all the will of the Lord. This is all the prophecies that what we have to speak onto the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. And it's going to be soon enough that we're not even going to be out in the streets no more, all right, telling you what's what. All right, because the prophets have done their job. See, we're not out there for forever. If a prophet did his job, that means the prophecy has been complete. What is it to prophesy anymore? You know. So I'm gonna get the first precept. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. All right, verse 19 is the point. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And Lord's willing, that's going to be the title of this video. All right, the peculiar famine, because you had the reason why they're going to be having no pity on their neighbor, all right, and spoiling their houses because what? The lack of food, all right, not being able to feed their children or feed themselves. All right, in that day where it's the survival of the fittest. All right, so what's going to happen? Basically, that even happened because of lack of food. Now, of course, the peculiar famine we're talking about is the famine of the word. What? No internet, have no access to communication, especially widespread attention and publicity of the Lord's prophets. You're not gonna have that luxury that day. All right, because right now people are using the internet to watch folly, all right, and all types of nonsense on TV or on the computer, when they could be using that time for that special time. All right, that grace period to watch the men of the Lord and actually watch and take heed to the warnings we give you. All right.
That's why the Lord said, seek Him while He may be found.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because right now we have that grace period. Right now we have the time to actually seek the Lord's face. Okay, we have the opportunity right now to choose life. All right, but the people, folly being set in great dignity, they'd rather partake in whatever foolish behavior they can get their hands on instead of getting their faith right and being spiritual. They'd rather partake in eating carnally than eating spiritually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey, you reap what you sow, and these people, they're not sowing anything. They're just sowing in wickedness.
Yeah, they're sowing in wickedness. They're not even. Yeah, they're not trying to. The scriptures do say, they that sow in tears shall reap in joy. Well, these people aren't sowing in tears, man.
Only the prophets are.
Yeah, only the prophets. Only the prophets are sowing in tears right now.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? That word peculiar, of course, that's also very synonymous with holy. The Lord called us a peculiar people, right? But the thing is, this is also a peculiar famine, because you've never really seen this in history and how it's going to play out in the near future, all right? So we've seen famine with lack of food, all right, scarcity of victuals, but what now there's going to be a scarcity of hearing the words of the Lord. So if we can get that in Amos.
Yeah, Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Yahweh Shai power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai.
So the Lord's not going to send a very common thing that's happened in the past. Instead, He's going to send you something that's even worse, all right? The lack of that spiritual bread. You're not going to get that in the future, in the near future, right? And we've seen that with this coronavirus, all right? It's already, this coronavirus has already affected, I think 780 million of travel when associated with China and Europe and now America. All right, it's affected, whether it be cruise ships or airplanes. The fear of these people has stopped even transportation. So how much more when it comes down to the internet and being on the streets of America because of this virus? And Because of that, well, we're not going to be out here. All right, because we told you at the time the trouble that's coming. Why would we tell you more and prophesy it when the trouble's already here? You know.
Actually, at that point, it's too late already.
Yeah, it's too late.
You know, unless you're of the elect and you're allotted salvation. Unless you're one of those brothers that comes in at the last, at the last end. You know.
Right.
But like it says, I'm gonna reread it. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord. That Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Right, because right now, you can seek the men of the Lord. You got the men of the Lord out here breaking down the word, crying aloud, giving out that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But soon enough, it's gonna come to a point where you're not gonna be able to come out here and just get it freely like that. You're not gonna be able to go on the internet. One day you're not gonna be able to go on YouTube and type in GMS, Jeremiah 30th chapter breakdown or something like that.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to see the apostles' videos, them breaking down all the scriptures. Simplifying it, breaking it down, making it real plain for you to understand. One day that's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
One day it won't be available for you people out here.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be for you, those of you that aren't sincerely, those of you that aren't sincere, so to speak.
Yeah. So like, can get Isaiah. You got anything else to say?
La, I was just gonna say that.
Con. I got some. This is 2nd Ezra 16:27. So that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. And what voice is that? It's the voice of the prophets. He's gonna desire to hear them because what? At one point, and this is more so specifically you scoffers. All right, you scoffed and you had a haughty spirit on you, that prideful spirit. These ain't the men of the Lord. The sword ain't coming. And what do you know? The sword came. All right, the sword is coming. All right, and pestilence ain't coming. Pestilence is here. The coronavirus. All right, that's just one of many examples. All right, because the thing is, what the Lord said, that this is just the beginning of sorrows. And now you want to hear the men of the Lord. Now you need comfort from this peculiar famine, but you're not going to be able to. You're going to desire to hear that voice of the men of the Lord. All right, and it's all going to come to naught because you didn't listen, and ultimately it was the Lord's will. All right, it's prophecy. Okay. Again, we're not gonna prophesy during what we're prophesying about. If we're gonna prophesy of a man that's coming to return to crack the clouds and to save his people, we're not. Why would we prophesy when that's happening? We did our part, So get there now, Isaiah.
Come on, this is Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Call him upon him when he is near. All right, because what? That precept in itself implies that he's not going to be around. All right, and of course that's not. You can't be simple with it. That's not just talking about a glowing orb that has the name Yahweh on it and that he's near. No, that means what? Not only call upon his name in faith, but also seek his servants,
his ways too.
His servants, the prophets, and his ways. All right, taking heed thereto according to his commandments. All right, and then what his commandments is to fear him and to keep and to actually have faith in him. Because in doing so, you're gonna keep all of them, and all of them what it means to be obedient. So in doing so, what you're gonna seek him by seeking his prophets. All right, because we're vessels, and so you must seek the sanctified vessels that he ordained. So you gotta listen to him, because the thing is, with this with Jacob's trouble, it's gonna happen so abruptly. All right, it's gonna just whack you in the back of the head, and you're not gonna notice it. You're gonna ask yourself, what's happening? What's going on? What did I just see? So it's these things that and the thing is, and even in brothers chats, you're not gonna have the Sharium or the Zaquanium or the apostles, bringing out a video saying, all right, Akim, this is it. This is Jacob's trouble. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. You're not gonna have that moment. All right, it's just gonna be abruptly. It's just gonna happen abruptly. All right, you're one day you wake up and you go to the internet and boom, you see the no internet connection. The yellow caution sign. You're gonna see that.
Yeah, if I could say, because that's why the scriptures say, ye brethren, Apostle Paul said it, 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, ye brethren are not in darkness, so that they should overtake you as a thief. How do we not be in darkness? Well, because the Lord already told us what's going to happen in a specific order. The prophecies are in the scripture. We just have to know what's going on. We have to know how to read the scripture. So for you to get that, you have to go to the men of the Lord for them to break it down to you.
Right.
All right, this is Salaki, this is Proverbs 1:28.
Yeah.
Salaki, Proverbs 1:28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Yeah. It says that they shall seek him early, but they're not gonna find the Lord. All right, because what? The time is up. All right. Even when the Lord had his prophets out there, it wasn't gonna be forever. That means if it was, then that means the Lord was never gonna come. Whenever the Lord sent out his people, all right, it's because he had compassion on them. and and he wanted to save them by what? By sending his servants, which is really the only way to seek the Lord, right? To take heed and to know what's going on. You know, I remember I mentioned it once when I was speaking that we're like the spiritual weathermen. You know, we're telling you what's going to happen, if there's going to be rain or sleet or hail and the things of that nature. All right. And the thing is, you can't even be. That's the thing. Also, even the job as a prophet, you can't prophesy of something and then you yourself be afraid. Or, you know, or you yourself be like, oh, what's happening? What do you mean what's happening? You're the one who prophesied about it.
Oh no, we're gonna be afraid because even Ezra was afraid when he saw the visions. But it's more so
you know what I mean.
Your faith, your faith is in the Lord delivering you. You know, if I can get this in Hosea.
Go ahead.
Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place, till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
Right. So I mean, and the thing is, we're not saying to make haste in time of trouble, but make haste what? To gather this word as much as you can, because really, even that little amount can save you. Even knowing the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah is honestly, that might be just good enough. You might have the elect, just knowing that. You know, just knowing those names and not knowing about the tribes chart. You know, and they themselves might be delivered. Who knows? You know. And the thing is, even in the world, I'm pretty sure brothers can attest that even I had that mindset. You know, just so I'm gonna seek the Lord until I'm of old age and I'm stricken of old age, and then only then will I serve Jesus Christ. But no, you can't have that mindset. All right, you gotta serve the Lord now, especially with these prophecies coming to pass, and what before any type of EMP like attack, and then the next thing you know, the internet's just shut off. All right, and that's that. You have no access to the Lord, and you had your chance, but you didn't take it. Well, we don't want to be like those people. And guess what? We already gave you the warning via this video, via the, of course, starting with our apostles and elders on down.
They've been warning people.
Been warning people for decades, and what? Ultimately, by the Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, through the Word, all right, and through His men, all right. And that's pretty much all we had to. That's pretty much all the precepts we had. You know. So with that, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to
Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Kakwadash.
Again, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone GMS who rule well and will tell us this truth. Also want to say peace and blessings to the elect, the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. And remember to gather as much as you can, all right, before those times come, all right? So with that, I want to say shalom.
Shalom.